The Business Report, brought to you with the compliments of Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
And we're back now with business and investment and job creation opportunities presented by the government's ban on single-use plastics are already being explored by some organizations. One of them is Think Design, whose principal, Mark Hill, is pursuing a high-tech solution to remove the unwanted plastics. It involves constructing a plant to recover the energy content within the plastics.
Because the plastics is fossil fuel based, so effectively this fossil fuel is high in calorific value and energy content. So we'll be taking that and we'll be converting it into two things: synthetic gas. So we'll be doing a 25 megawatt plant, which is costing something around maybe around $17 million US, and that plant is going to take about 25 tons per day of plastics. This is the plastics that not just addressed by the ban, but even some that are in the ban, such as the PLA and the and those types, but also those single-use plastics that are not recyclable.
And Mr. Hill is also examining the prospects for using food waste.
We're looking at a food waste biogas plant, which would take that separated stuff and use it to produce biogas and then produce 1 megawatt of electricity. So basically we're tying it right back into the 100% renewable energy target that we have as a country, and then treating to the plastics and the food waste and some of the waste as a resource for generating energy and export products and for creating jobs.
Well, by now, I'm sure we all know and in a lot of cases are using the popular M-Money app. It's a mobile money payment solution developed by local fintech company Bit. It allows customers to pay for products and services via their smartphones. Chief Executive Officer Senator Rawdon Adams says the response has been fantastic since they launched back in December 2017. With scores of merchants already utilizing the app, Senator Adams says he expects even more will come on board as they start to recognize that taking digital currency instead of physical notes and coins allows them to lower their costs.
It's nothing like having a product in the market that demonstrates an ability to execute and brings a product to people that provides them with utility and convenience. You know, even here, we're surprised at some of the feedback we get on the wallet. Use cases that ordinary people come up with that we didn't foresee. And it's almost a matter of if you give people the tools, they'll find a way to make it worth their while. So we see a lot of peer-to-peer transactions where someone just owes a friend money, for example, and they'll just send it with the app in a way that before, if you wanted to do that, you might have arranged a meeting somewhere, both people travel to that place, there's an exchange of cash. We see there's a use case around buying talk time minutes straight off the phone. That's pretty useful.
And time now to take a look at how those stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region. In Jamaica, Mayberry Investments Limited was the volume leader with 12,544,000 units. In Trinidad and Tobago, the West Indian Tobacco Company Limited was the volume leader with 117,327 shares changing hands, all for a value of $11,265,519.02. And here in Barbados, Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited was the volume leader, trading 38,036 shares at $2.65 each. Now for tonight's featured story, the mature partygoer in Barbados has been crying out for an alternative to the usual fete saturated by the younger members of the population. Well, it seems like at long last their prayers have been answered with Scoopies in Dover. Shane Jones visited that bar and grill recently.
When you think about the musical landscape of Barbados, you know about soca, reggae, dancehall. And now for a long time, the mature community has been crying out for an alternative. And right here in St. Lawrence Gap, Scoopies has exactly what the doctor ordered. Yes, the name is Scoopies Jazz, but that musical genre born in the late 19th century in New Orleans in the United States isn't the only type that visitors and locals enjoy here. The atmosphere is electric, and even though Thursday is the big night, it has all the characteristics of the weekend. Great music and dancing is the password to get into Scoopies, and whether you are dancing with your girls, dancing alone, sitting and dancing, dancing in a conga line, or doing like me and getting dancing lessons, you are sure to be dancing to the sweet music of Wayne Jackman and his team. Wayne runs the show and is a huge hit with Scoopies patrons. Just watch how he interacts with them and gets them involved in the whole experience. There's no doubt that he's the main attraction.
I broke my ankle 17 days before I came to your beautiful country. And I said, let's jump over there and see what this place is all about. I see Wayne, and I tell him that I broke my ankle in a skateboarding accident. He laughs because that's not true. And I just loved his whole lively nature. He's just making people happy here.
Well, the man himself, Wayne Jackman, says he knows his audience and pulls out all the stops for them.
You hardly ever find people under 30 here, because we do 60s, 70s, 80s, all genres, but back in time, basically. For any adult that want to see and feel good music, that's what we do.
One thing that I noticed here in St. Lawrence Gap tourist belt, but I'm seeing a magnificent cross section of both tourists and locals.
Yes, definitely. The tourists actually follow me, and then the club, the energy of the club, bring them back, and the tourists love it. So, and they also love the gel between the locals and the tourists.
The feeling you get at Scoopies really and truly is infectious.
Energy, fun, love, everything. A lot of people here found their husbands and wives, actually.
Yeah, I was taking a look at the menu, and I was saying this is the Gap, and the prices are unbeatable, and you have a wonderful menu.
That's the idea. Because we bring locals here, we don't want the price to be too high that the locals can enjoy the great food that we have. And believe me, the food is great. We have a soup that is superb, that people from all, imagine Saddles, people come here to eat.
Tell me about that soup.
The soup is a corn soup that is terrific. I mean, there's no way to, oh, my mouth is watering now I'm talking about it.
Well, enough about the food and music now. The drinks, they seem to be never ending at Scoopies, always flowing. In fact, I think they dominated this interview.
First I was afraid, I was petrified. Then I finally learned to live without you by my side.
Just so you know, nobody asked him to recite the lyrics from Gloria Gaynor's 1978 hit, I Will Survive. But we'll move on.
We love Mark, we love Wayne, JC. It's a great, this is a great place. Barbados, I feel so safe. I feel so safe and happy and zen. I love this island.
We love it here. We've been here the last 3 nights. It's fantastic. Just come, enjoy yourself. It's great.
Part owner Coralie Allen has been performing with the team for a while now, and she says Scoopies is much more than just the nightlife.
We open for lunch. Lunch starts about 11:30 in the daytime, and we have a $15 special. You know, we try to attract not only the tourists but the locals alike.
So, another fantastic offering, not only for our tourism product, but also as an alternative option for locals searching for something different. Shane Jones.
Barbados has been incredible, and this place is...
Yeah! CBC News.